How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video here. In this video, we're going to obviously be talking about, obviously, Mark Kincaid. Um, and I'm basically going to be talking about him returning in Stream 7 and him possibly being the killer. Now, be sure, as always, guys, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, um, comment down below as always, and give me your guys' thoughts. But I'm gonna get into what I think. So, Scream 7, right? Mark Kincaid is supposedly rumored to come back to Scream 7. At this point, it's just a rumor. It's not 100% or anything like that, but there is a lot of people out there basically speculating, that they want to see him back, and I do as well. Um, the reason why I want to see him back, number one, is because he's got ties to Sydney. He's obviously the husband of Sydney, so um, we need to at least that would be cool to at least see him, for in the film. A lot of people were saying they would rather see him in the whole film, like be a part of like the whole film and not just a cameo, which I kind of I kind of agree with that because being in a cameo is not really as good as being in like the whole film, um, or anything like that. So yeah, I understand that. I totally get that, but um, I don't really think that he'll be a killer though. Like I just don't think like if he does return, and I've been saying this before, like I just don't want him to be a killer or anything like that because again I want Sydney to basically have a happy ending in these films. And basically you're having another situation where you have another boyfriend, basically a killer, which I don't want to see. Um, I kind of want to see something new. We've already seen that before. I want to see something new and fresh. So I don't think he's going to be the killer personally. I don't think that he should. I don't really think it makes any sense. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but Mark Kincaid, aka Patrick Dempsey, was supposed to return in Scream 4. Um, but I guess he was doing other projects during that time and he couldn't do it. I guess he was busy during that time, but he got asked um, to be in Scream 4. Now, I really do believe that if Mark Kincaid comes back, um, he will be I'm going to say he's going to be an FBI agent or something like that. That's what I think. I think he's going to get like involved again. I think he's going to start investigating again, like he was in Scream 3. Um, but that's just my take on that. I think that I 100% believe that he is gonna, I believe that he's gonna be involved again. Like I don't think he's gonna be a killer because again, he's got kids, and if he's a killer, he would have already killed his kids. He would have already killed. He probably would have already killed Sydney by now. Like if he was a killer, so I don't think that he is. I don't think he's a killer in any way. I think that he's gonna if he does come back, it will be either like he'll be a cop again. Um, he'll be doing investigating. He'll be investigating. The killer, trying to find where the killer is and who the killer is. Um, so that's just my eyes. Like what my opinion is on that. I don't think he's gonna be a killer, and I don't think he should. Now I know a lot of people want to see it. A lot of people want to see something new because he hasn't been around. Like we haven't seen him since Scream 3. So I mean I understand a lot of people want to see something different, but I just don't think it makes any sense at this point, I don't think like again, um you're basically having another like boyfriend be the killer, which I really don't want to see that again. We want to see something new. Remember, we talked about, getting new creative, like getting creativeness, having more creativeness in these films with the new technology that we have, and making him the killer would be kind of similar to when Billy was the killer, which I just don't like. Um, so I just think that having him just get involved again would be pretty cool. Now I do think that a lot of people don't want to see him in the cameo either. Like I'm kind of 50-50 because I do want to see him in the whole film, but then again, I don't want him to get killed off or anything like that. So it's kind of like I want to see him at least in the film, but I don't know if I want him to be in the whole film. Because again, I don't want to see him get killed off because we know what these new directors nowadays do. They'll probably try to kill him off or something like that. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see them bring him back and then miraculously just kill him off or something like. Um, so that's just my initial thought on that. Like, I just don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see him get killed off or anything. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Ghostface even like. Well, maybe Ghostface will. This is my theory, okay? And I don't know if you guys like this idea or not, but I like the idea of maybe like the Stu cult or something like that. Kidnaps either Sydney or the kids, and like Mark Kincaid gets involved. That's how he gets involved again, because basically the Ghostface cult, which is Stu's cult in my eyes. That's what I know. It's a theory, but I think it's what's to say it's Stu's cult. So let's say they kidnap Sydney's kids or something like that, and Mark Kincaid, his kids, and he basically gets involved again, and the Ghostface, cult like kidnaps him or whatever. He's got to find him. Now that would be something crazy. That would be something different there, I think, and maybe that's how he gets involved again. Um, Something like that would be pretty cool. Just having his kid like get kidnapped, and maybe Sydney as well. Maybe they all get kidnapped, and that's how he gets involved. Who really knows? But I do want to see him back. I most definitely want to see him back. We have not seen him. We haven't seen him since Scream 3, and we don't know what he's been up to. All we know is that he's the husband of Sydney. So he's got kids with Sydney, obviously, and yeah. So that's all we really know. That's all we really know. But we haven't seen him in Scream since Scream 3. So we don't really know like what else he's up to. Like we know he's with Sydney. We know that. We just don't know what he's up to. So we don't know if he's retired. We don't know if he's still, doing what he does. But yeah, I just don't really know I don't really know what he's up to, but I just want to see him back. Everybody wants to see him back. Everybody wants to see him come back as, Mark Kincaid, and I do too. It only makes sense that you bring a character back that's, tied to Sydney. That's if you're the husband of Sydney, I want to see him because I just need it. And don't and this is the thing that I don't want to see. Please don't have another actor play Mark Kincaid. Please don't do that. Like you have to have. I'm sorry, you have to have Patrick Dempsey. If you bring back Mark Kincaid, you have to have Patrick Dempsey play him again. You cannot have another actor. All right, you can't have like a look-alike or a stunt double or anything. I don't want that. It's just not. It doesn't feel right. Um, so I definitely think you got to bring back Patrick Dempsey for that. Because again, he played Mark Kincaid in Scream 3, so it only makes sense. You're not going to just bring a stunt double. That wouldn't make any sense. They did that. Like, you got to get the real actor on board. So That's just my opinion on it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that Mark Kincaid is gonna come back? And do you guys feel that he's gonna either be involved again, or do you guys think he's just gonna show up in the movie in like a cameo and just be retired? Because I feel like I'm kind of 50-50. Like I want to see him in the film again, but then again, I don't want them to risk like killing him off, you know? So it's kind of like I'm kind of 50-50 on the whole. Like I want to see him for sure, but I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like I don't know like how I feel about it. Like I don't know if I want to see him in a cameo, if I want to see him and the whole film, because again, I don't want to see him die or anything. We talked about that before, bringing characters back just to kill them off. Like we don't want to see that. Um, Same with the Joel situation. Like I don't want to see him get killed off if they bring him back. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments. As always, I don't think that Mark Kincaid will be a killer. In my personal opinion, I don't think that he will be a killer, because in my eyes, if he was, I think he would have already killed, Sydney and his kids. And again, you're basically having another boyfriend be the killer, which don't want to see that again. You don't want to risk that again. You want to see something. You want to see something new. Um, and we talked about that before. Getting creative, having creative kills, creative reveals, whatever. you know, and we want to see something new. We don't want to see the same old thing that we have seen in the past. Like it's a new generation now. We got new technology, and the new audiences want to see something new. Even the older audiences, the ones that were that watched the Scream 1996 and the other four or the other four Wes Craven films. I mean, everybody, even those fans want to see, even the older generations, they want to see they want to see something new. Like I'm a part of the older generation. I was born in 1998, but so I wasn't born when Scream 1996 came out or anything. Um, but I am kind of the older generation because I grew up watching Scream 3, and that I'm basically the older generation, so I'm not really the newer. I'm just talking about like the newer generation, like now, they want to see something new and fresh. Even though they're new, it's the new generation. They don't really understand Scream or anything like as much. They still want something new. I'm pretty sure, just like me, just like fans like me and like others that grew up watching the other ones, Wes Craven's Scream films. So, that's just my opinion on that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys want to see Mark Kincaid back? And do you guys think that if he does come back, do you guys feel that he's going to die, or do you guys feel that he should live? Because I don't think he should die if he does come back again. I don't think that he should be a killer. I don't think that he should be like, I'm kind of 50-50. Like, I don't want him to be a killer or anything like that, but I do want to see him in the film, and I do want him to somehow, be a part of the movie without trying to kill him off. So it's kind of like, 50-50. I'm 50-50 on it, like, because I don't want to see him die or nothing like that. That would be heartbreaking to see. So let me know, as always, in the comments what you guys think. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button, as always. But and be sure to comment down below and give me your guys' thoughts. That being said, though, y'all, peace out.